8 inches per mile squared. Spherical trigonometry for a sphere. So this is how you calculate the curvature of the Earth on the imaginary ball Earth. This is the math, right? So I guess I am forced to accept this, right? Because this is how the way the world works. Now, here's a little word problem to get you started. Let's assume we live on a ball. Person A is 6 feet tall. So is person B. So both person A and B are 6 feet tall. Looking at the charts below and the previous picture, the Pythagorean math for calculating the Earth's curvature reveals the fact that in just 3 miles of distance, the head of person B will be even with the feet of person A, because person B is going down the curvature of the Earth, and the ground continues to exponentially curve downward and away at approximately 8 inches per mile squared from there. Thus, how can the horizon ever be seen at person's A eye level? Because person A sees the horizon all the time at the same eye level. Now, as you can see there, person B walks 3 miles away from person A. So with the calculations, and you have there on the table, so look at this problem another way. How can the horizon be seen way up here if the ground is doing this way down there? For person A seeing the horizon, and person B distancing himself or herself, and because of the curvature of the Earth. Pythagorean proof of curvature for a ball with a radius of 3,959 miles using AutoCAD 2015 with 15-digit precision. Right, so I guess if you use AutoCAD, then this must be the reality of the real world, right? Because the software, it's not nature, it's not in the reality of the real world, it's just a computer software, right? It doesn't curve. Research. Go look for yourself. There is no curvature, because we are in the reality of the real world. This is the Earth, and the Earth is flat, because this is the reality of the real world. It's not me, it's the reality. The truth is self-evident. It hurts my brain to think that when presented with high-altitude photos of the flat Earth, people still can't see, even though you show the reality of the real world, the nature. This is not our reality, it's just cartoon. This is our reality, flat plains. Globe versus flat Earth. Question. What is the difference between a flat earther and a spinning ball earther? Answer. One is based on reason, science, logic, research, observations, experiments, and common sense. The other is a spinning ball earther. All I said was the Earth is flat. And I guess that's what happens. People get angry and scream and yell, and they come after you. Flat smacking. When the flat Earth reality is presented to and argued for, unexpectedly causing cognitive dissonance and triggering a globe Earth defense response or generally condition of shock. Being slapped in the face unexpectedly with the truth that you have been lied to and tricked into believing you are living on a sphere that is revolving and rotating through space. So my question is, do I live on a spinning ball Earth sphere with curved water spinning in space? I think I am allowed to ask the question, right? The other night at the party, I gave Fred a good flat smacking with the truth that water cannot curve, therefore the Earth must be flat. It pissed him off. When you dig deeper, life changes. 4 observable proofs of the flat Earth. Number 1, hot spot directly under the sun, proving it is close. 2, water always finds its level. It never curves. 3, the angle of the crepuscular rays prove the sun is not 93 million miles away, or 150 million kilometers. 4, the horizon is always flat and rises to eye level, which is impossible on a ball. And this is the same picture we've seen before, but in just separated. The Earth looks flat because it is flat. It's really that simple. Research flat Earth, and this is from the reality of the real world. At sea level, above the clouds, above the sea, and in space. Proof of the globe. No matter what made up mathematical equation you use, math cannot make water stick to a ball. It cannot make water stick to a ball in pause mode. But what if the ball spins at 1,000 miles per hour? Flat Earth horizon, flat Earth view from plane, flat sea level, not sea curve, close sun, eclipse on the flat Earth, sun and moon cross each other's paths as they move on circuits. Vibes of Cosmos explains this very well. Oh, there's different books. There's old books as well. You can read old books and new books. And this is 61 flat Earth books in the library. All sorts of lots of information. Now, the spinning ball Earth with curved water and CGI computer graphics does not match our own experience, which is flat horizons, water finds level, and distance viewing. Earth is flat. No measurable curvature in the real world. Standing bodies of water always finds their level. Water always finds its level. The horizon rises to eye level. Boats don't sail over curvature, just zoom in with the camera. I am not arguing, I'm just explaining why I'm right based on the reality of the real world. No measurable stellar parallax. Polaris is fixed. Star trails show no multidirectional movement. And we always see the same constellations in the sky. Vibes of Cosmos in the 7 books speaks a lot about this. This is it's a movie or a TV series from The Party in 1968. The world is flat. The elephant in the room. If you say there is an elephant in the room, you mean that there is an obvious problem or difficult situation that people do not want to talk about. People usually don't want to talk about the earth is flat. It makes them feel uncomfortable. The Party 1968 movie scene, yeah, it's a movie. So it's a movie, The Party from 1968, and the message, the elephant in the room, the uncomfortable situation, the world is flat. And they did a good job in presenting this in the movie. Imagine, 1968, just after the Kennedy era. Cartoon science. Everything is cartoon, CGI, computer graphics. Cartoon science because who needs observational evidence from the reality of the real world in nature? Earth is pear-shaped. You just can't tell. There is curvature. You're just too small to see it. Earth is moving. You just can't feel it. Let's see. So first on the left. It's too big. Well, actually it's all. So it's too big. Cannot prove stellar parallax. It's too big. Can't prove spinning motion. It's too big. Can't prove molten core. It's too big. Can't prove water sticks to ball. To a spinning moving ball. It's too big. Can't prove curvature of Earth. It's too big. Can't prove observable satellites. It's too big. Can't prove center of gravity. It's too big. Can't prove globe pics from space. So what exactly can we prove on the spinning ball Earth with curved water, CGI computer graphics? There's a curvature, but you can't see it. There's a spin, but you can't feel it. There's a space, but you can't go to it. Globe Earth proofs. Globe anomalies. No proof of curve. No proof of spin. No proof of axis. No proof of tilt. Oceans always flat and level, impossible on a globe. Straight horizon rises to eye level at 10K, 36K, or 120,000 feet. Crepuscular rays prove sun is close. Zoom lens proves moon is close. Consistent constellations prove we don't orbit the sun. Mercury and Venus visible at night, impossible in Helio model. And Vibes of Cosmos actually explains what Mercury and Venus are. This is scary. Feels like we're gonna fall off. And then on the bottom, this feels much safer. Rotation, 1,000 miles per hour. Orbiting sun, 66,600 miles per hour. Traveling through space, 500,000 miles per hour. Okay, so it seems that it feels much safer to spin around in space rather than to stay stable with no movement. Which makes more sense? Let's see, which makes more sense? Relative versus universal. I'm just wondering what makes more sense here. I would go with the picture at the bottom, right? But which makes more sense? Australia? Wonder what makes more sense. I've never seen kangaroos do that, but I do understand the bottom pictures. Hypothetical question. If I dug a hole right through the earth and jumped through it, would my feet come out first? Yeah, right? Your feet have to come out first, right? Because you go through the hole, the earth is a globe, and you, on the other side of the spinning ball sphere, you have to get with your feet out first, right? Wanted. Let's see if I see. Yes, okay. A live stream from space that shows everyday life happening upside down and sideways. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that ever existed, if it exists. Okay. Meanwhile, in Australia, but I guess so. This is for me because I live in Europe, or you live in America, or in Canada, or in Russia. But for people who live in Australia, then they see the same for us, right? People who live in Australia, in New Zealand, in South Africa, in South America, they see the same stuff, right? When we zoom in, when we zoom out, that's how the ship behaves on a spinning ball earth with curvature. The helicopter as well, in the car. It's very interesting how the spinning ball earth with curvature works. Meanwhile, on the ball earth, Iceland, New Zealand. Wow, Iceland and New Zealand. Yeah, sure, because like if you do that line with a telephone call, so the person, for the person in Iceland, the person in New Zealand looks like this, and for the person in New Zealand, the person in Iceland looks upside down. So because the ships would travel on the globe like that, the ship looks like this. Vertical position on the oceans, meanwhile on the globe. Meanwhile, while we make a phone call from Iceland to New Zealand, very distant places, and meanwhile on globe Earth, well, the ships are traveling like that. Awesome space. So this is 4 pictures between reality and fantasy. Real fantasy with water and the ships. Real fantasy with the towers for communication and the satellites. Real fantasy space. And real fantasy, the star trail, the stars, and how the movement. It's awesome stuff, right? Let's see. Impossible. Imagine, if you will, living on a ball spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, which is 1,600 kilometers per hour, where it rains up instead of down, where water is held tightly to the ball by an imaginary force called gravity. We should speak about density. Balloons and airplanes fly upside down without incident. It's amazing how the impossible works. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.